Over the last few days, I've had some words from the Apostle James on my mind. Let me read them to you. Now listen, you who say today or tomorrow we will go to this or that city, spend a year there, carry on business and make money. Why? You don't even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? You're a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it's the Lord's will, we will live and do this or that. These words were never proved more true than they are now in the coronavirus epidemic. So much of what we take for granted is being removed. Our calendars have radically changed. For many of us, we're working in a whole new way, trying to keep peace and quiet in one corner of the home. For some, the work side of this is presenting terrible financial challenges. Things we took for granted, like seeing our friends or family, are now far more difficult. When we go to the shops, we find empty shelves and are counting the number of loo rolls we've got left. And then there's our health, something so many of us assume we're entitled to, and now we find it's threatened. And of course, for some, this epidemic is a matter of our very lives. All of this is so very humbling. It makes me realize afresh how much I've taken for granted and for which I'm not nearly thankful enough. I was going around Sainsbury's the other day and was reminded why Jesus told us to pray, "Give us this day our daily bread." We're being humbled too by something we can't quite control. Of course, we should be trying to take sensible attempts to control this. God has created us to take responsibility for our world. That's what it means to be made in his image. But this is surely a time when we're also being reminded of our fragility as a human race. All this should make us seek God. He's King of Kings and Lord of Lords. He made each of us and knows every single human being intimately. As he puts us back in our place, he calls us to come to him. I myself never understood till someone explained to me that the heart of the Christian message is that God's Son Jesus came into the world to open up the way for each of us to know God personally as our Father. He came to give us eternal life so that we need not fear death. I know that many of you who are watching this will already have come to discover in your own experience how it really is true that he proves to be rock, refuge, redeemer, shepherd, and father to us, how he's real and can be relied on in every circumstance. Well then, now is the time to be bringing the present situation to him in prayer, repenting where we need to and seeking him afresh, and helping others, many of whom are desperately afraid of death, to discover the hope we have in Jesus. One of the things that's changed unexpectedly is the whole way we meet as church. We're no longer able to meet here on Sundays. I also miss seeing you face to face, and I know we'll all miss the experience of singing together and chatting. Our plan as a staff team is that our services will be live streamed. Our small groups will meet via Zoom and by phone, and we'll try to go on living as church as best we can with God's help. You'll find details on the church website. It's never been more important that we look out for each other in our small groups and help each other practically. And I hope that each of us will also be able to help our neighbours and any vulnerable people that we know. And remember this, as the psalm says, God is our refuge and our strength, an ever-present help in trouble. We'll be looking at that very psalm this coming Sunday on our 10 o'clock live stream. I won't say see you there, but I think you might see me.